Scott, do you think if you stood in place and you let Kyle punch you, you would have a good day or a bad day?
I think it might be the end of your days.
No, because like benching doesn't have anything to do with punching power.
Hold up. Something ain't right.
Folks, it's me, Dr. Mike, for RP Strength. I am a former professor of exercise and sports science. I do not want to talk about what happened at the academy. Current bodybuilder and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu grappler, and a person who actually used to powerlift way back when in the day, and no, I was never any good. But someone who is a little better than good, someone who is one of the best of all time, is a gentleman named Mr. Kyle Kirvay. It sounds like you're accentuating the woman's shape by saying it that way, doesn't it, Scott?
So Kirvay.
Kirvay. And he is also curvy, but with all the bumpy muscle stuff. Here's the thing about Kyle. There's strong, there's very strong, there's legendary, there are 3 more notches, and then there's Kyle. This is a completely different level of strength and intelligent training and amazing technique, and he's jacked. And Scott, I think he's also an IFBB pro.
Some people just have it all.
What the hell? Your heroes are awesome, but you need to put another person on Mount Rushmore. It's Kyle Kirvay, and you might not have heard about him, but he has an awesome Instagram. You guys got to check it out because this guy's doing nonsense stuff on it. Let's sample a bit of nonsense, see if we can learn anything, and at least see how baffled we can be that some humans are like this. All right, this is Kyle squatting 800 pounds at a public gym. The thing is, any squats much over 600 pounds are generally done at powerlifting gyms where you have extra super thick bars, lots of competent spotters, even a monolift, which can have kind of railings to catch the bar if it falls. This is none of those things. He has an EO rack, which is good. Same as competition rack. He's walking out, which is cool. But 800 pounds on your back, just going up and down with really no one around, is wild stuff. And if you walked into a commercial gym and watched someone do this, it would be confusing at best. There's a very good chance you'll never see this in real life. Scott, I think he cut his depth to hell levels. My man. I mean, this is way beyond powerlifting depth. This is extra credit depth. This is what legit strong looks like. Unbelievable. And by the way, the bar is literally bending in a visible way because at 800 pounds, this shit's just not going to be the same. The other thing about this squatting with a normal bar is that there's going to be a lot of bar whip, a lot of bar bend. And it might be a 55-pound bar, maybe, maybe not. In any case, at 800, it's bending one way or the other.
Get him moving! He
did a double. No. He did 3 reps. Okay. And a 4th. Holy shit. He's a little bigger than the average Gymshark.
He's like 3 Gymshark.
He's like a gym megalodon or some shit like that. And by the way, guys, Kyle's multiple world records in powerlifting are, I think, in the 308-pound weight class. Kyle is a relatively lean 300 pounds. This is insane. If you ever see him in real life, it's just confusing what's actually going on. All right, what do we got on the bar here? 550 pounds. Okie dokie. Again, almost no one can bench 550. Your uncle from high school, he could do it. And 3 of his friends bench 600. Other than mythical make-believe figures, this is incredibly rare. Now, watch his technique. Full range of motion, no herky-jerky. His butt is almost certainly going to stay on the bench because he's a competitive powerlifter. There are people who talk about how strong they are, and then there are competitive powerlifters who actually prove it in sanctioned competition, and that's what Kyle trains for, so almost all of his lifts are stellar, which means you don't have to be like, yeah, you bench 550, but how much did you bounce it? How much did your ass come up? This is strict as f***. I don't even know if it's strict as f***. I'm saying this in advance. Let's find out if I'm right. Yep. Oh, why not do 2? Sure. Oh, JK, more reps. Good God. No. Scott, that last one, would you have done it again?
No.
He's like, all right, fuck it. Number 4 at 550 pounds. And he got to failure. Thanks, guys. Good God. Good God. Deadlifts. This is seemingly well into the 800s. You will notice that he is wearing wrist wraps. Powerlifters sometimes put wraps, not straps, over their wrists. What that does, if you ever try at home, just limp wrist yourself and then push down on these muscles, on these tendons, and your wrist actually comes in. And so what ends up happening is if you put very, very tight wraps on your wrist, you actually get to pre-flex your wrist, and a little bit of that tension for those wraps continues to be applied to those tendons. So your ability to grip a heavy load and not be limited by grip is slightly improved. But check this out. There are two reasons why that slightly is a big deal. Reason number one is if you're good for 810 pounds in the deadlift, but your grip is good for 805, you're going to miss 810 on grip. If we add 20 pounds of grip just through those straps additionally, then your grip is good for more than 810 pounds and you will succeed at the lift because everything else is already there. That's huge. The other thing is, if you feel like your grip is loosening, your body automatically, through evolved brain processes, starts to reduce how much neural drive, how much activation for muscles it sends to the rest of your body. So that if you feel like your fingers are slipping a little bit with 805, but everything is strong enough to pull that weight, and even your hands will be able to hold on, all of a sudden, your body's producing less force, your glutes, your hamstrings, your lower back's producing less force, and you're more apt to miss it because you just felt like you lost your groove. But if you have that extra 20 pounds in there and it feels just a little better, you're very likely going to make that lift. That's a big deal. And in many cases in powerlifting, especially closer to meets, we practice very similarly to how we play. So you want these wrist straps on, same tightness you would put in competition, so you can work into this new pattern and be used to it psychologically, physiologically, and also timing wise. You know, like they say, like, okay, on deck, Kyle Kirvay, he's got to start wrapping his wrist straps around, getting everything right. If it's a new thing he's just doing in competition, you get the timing wrong, you get less time on the platform, you can miss your lift, it screws your mind up, none of that's any good. So he's wearing full competition setup as far as his wrists are concerned. Now, in an alternate world where powerlifting would become a kinder sport and allow you to use, straps, you shouldn't use them anyway. Not because of manhood that real men are limited by their grip, because of VersaGrips exist, and they are one of the sponsors for today's video, and they're just better than straps. You loop them over really quick. If you have high rep deadlifts to do for hypertrophy work or bent rows or lateral raises, you loop in those VersaGrips and they do unbelievable work for you by taking your grip limit completely away. So if he can pull whatever he's pulling with just his hands and some some wrist straps, then with Versas, he could no doubt pull even more. Scott, let's start the VersaGrip Olympics.
I'm down.
Where it's all the regular events of the Olympics, but they get to wear VersaGrips, and then there's one VersaGrip only event where we get to the high jump platform, and then you put a VersaGrip on there, and you snap pictures of it, and then there's an Olympic logo. Nothing happens, you take it off, but everyone tried.
Yeah, that would look cool, I guess.
Let's say that you were single. You ready to pretend? And you were going to be going to the Olympics for some sport. And sport was fine. It's fun. But you got a whole... Okay. Did you even know what question I was going to ask?
No, you said I was going to the Olympics for a sport, so I picked bobsled.
Okay, but you didn't let me finish my question. You're an asshole. Good God. Beltless, by the way. Scott, if I didn't put on a belt for that, I would blast vertebrae out of my asshole into that Rich Piana poster back there.
You might blast some other things out post-surgery of the front side as well.
Yeah, a few.
Good!
So he's doing multiple singles here.
No, that was a 3 set. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So 3 singles in a row. Or a triple. But he lets his hands go. Yeah.
Today has finally come that we are doing 405 on bench for 4 sets of 8. I totally forgot I have 1 set of 3 at 455 pounds before I go into the 405.
So 1 set of 3 at 455 and then 4 sets of 8 at 405. You get a really decent stimulus for strength work and kind of track your progress, see where you're at, sort of. And then after that, you get tons of volume for, by the way, sets of 8 are an unbelievable rep range to get a crap load of muscle size that easily and quickly and with a high percentage translates to strength gains shortly thereafter. So if you are trying to get big for powerlifting, big for strength, sets of 5 to 10 is mostly where you should be doing your training. This is spot on.
That's just what we have programmed. Right now we're doing a heavy set of 3 and then into 8s. But honestly, I feel like the
Scott, what's up with his hairline?
What you mean?
It just looks so distinct.
Yeah, I mean, he's got like a fresh fade for this video. He's like got it lined up and all.
He looks like a young Donald Trump.
It's weird when some people are on camera, they really like care about how they appear and make themselves look nice. Crazy.
Are you okay? You sick?
So I'm okay, sorry. That's something in my throat.
Nothing me cleaning myself up wouldn't fix. Folks, we are going to get back to the video in just a second, but we have a members area I must tell you about. Extra nerdy videos, extra training logs from myself and Jared Feather, IFBB Pro, and an extended, uncut version of both this video and all of the other Exercise Scientist videos before this. Every Friday show is on there. All right, enough blabbing, Mike. Guys, go click on links, get to the members area. We'll see you there. Now back to the video.
This is the humbler right here. This is going to tell a lot about the day.
Me.
We'll take it again.
Full pauses, fellas, the hallmark of powerlifting. And a huge range of motion, I might add. Scott, do you think if you stood in place and you let Kyle punch you, you would have a good day or a bad day?
I think it might be the end of your days.
No, because like benching doesn't have anything to do with punching power. It's like all from your legs or something.
Take your word for it.
Take my word for it. I don't know how to punch. By the way, randomly, I'm like riffing on my own riffs at this point. You will hear people say that how much you can bench doesn't impact your punching power. And all of those people are respectfully, super politely, totally wrong. The more you bench, everything else being equal, the harder you punch someone. Or to be more technical about it, the less velocity loss your fist experiences as it contacts their skull. And that means the total transfer of energy into their skull is more rapid and greater, which means their probability of falling down and not getting back up for a while is much higher. If you have someone who weighs 105 pounds and they got quick hands, they're real technical, they can get you in the jaw a couple times and it doesn't knock you out, even if you're a regular person who's larger, because they just aren't strong enough. As soon as their fist hits, the kinetic chain moves forces back and their muscles aren't strong enough to push back through those resistive forces. And so their fist slows down really, really fast as soon as it hits your head. It doesn't transfer as much energy in, your head doesn't move as much, and then your probability of getting knocked out is lower. But if you're Kyle Kirvay and you hit someone, they probably break into a million pieces like in a video game because the amount of force transfer is massive. That does not mean to say that how much you can bench, brother, is the only thing that relates to how hard you can punch. Technique is absolutely massive, and the ability to have a strong and athletic lower body to begin the force generation in your lower body, transfer it through the mid body, and then expel it out of your fists in a Kamehameha style, JK, is ultra, ultra important. It's technique plus speed plus strength. All of them matter. So if a magic genie comes down and he's like, do you want me to just instantly allow you to know amazing boxing technique? You say yes. If he's like, hey, do you want me to make you just like 2 times faster with your punches? Absolutely. And if he says, do you want me to make you twice as strong? Don't you dare be like, well, I heard that strength don't have anything to do with punching. My boxing coach said that, even though he smoked cigarettes and did push-ups back in the 1920s when they trained for boxing all wrong.
First working set, 455, 1 set of 3 here.
Christ.
Let's go. I felt good. Come on.
Where are we going? That was impressive, huh, Scott?
Crazy.
Just a raw triple with 455, self-spot, self-unrack.
Some random gym with a crappy bench and a crappy bar from fucking 1985.
Yeah, just like regular commercial shit, man. Most guys wouldn't do this. This is nuts. All right, 405. Let's see how it rolls. Christ. That speed on 405 is wild.
Come on.
Scott, are you scared?
It's insane.
My butthole did a thing there that's like, hey, you scare me. Amazing.
Pretty insane session today. This is going to be tough. We have 600 pounds for 4 or 5 sets of 8.
What?
The squat coming up.
This is a squat?
Yes.
Sets of 8 with 600 pounds is pure unadulterated nonsense. Nonsense.
No equipment. No knee sleeves, no belt, no nothing.
That's extra nonsense. Guys, belts help a lot. Knee sleeves help a lot. This is crazy.
So I've been playing with thumb underneath the bar and thumb over top of the bar.
Scott, you have a problem where your shoulders are so wide you can't grab inside the bar yet?
You're outside of the rack.
Yeah. Yeah, in or out. I love it, man. This is nuts.
And I've been playing with thumb over top, but I just feel like I need to grip the bar to get the true strength. And I think there's studies in that, in grip strength.
Yes, if you have a full grip over something, the rest of your body feels stronger than if you have a thumbless grip. For pushing, it doesn't matter much. For pulling, it does. And being able to feel that bar pulled in real secure, so you know for a fact it's not moving on your shoulders, is a big deal. Thumbless grip can work. It's not preferred, and it does take getting used to.
And being able to output more weights.
So what is this, 400 pounds? Warming it up.
That could have felt better.
Scott, after he did that, if you were in the gym, you'd be like, let me tell you guys about the RP Hypertrophy app with specialized programs included for shoulders, arms, chest, back, legs, abs, and glutes, each one with male and female options. You get them all and can use them as often as you like, even building off of them to make your own customized versions for only about $1 a day. Click on the link in the description of this video to get started.
Sometimes when I'm warming up, it's like the weights in between that throw me off. Then as I get heavier, it starts to feel better.
Definitely. I would say almost never judge a single warm-up too harshly. One warm-up, 315 will feel like shit, 405 will feel amazing. 500 will be your work weight, it'll be awesome. Step by step, be very patient, don't overjudge yourself. Hit the warm-ups, pay attention to the cues, hit the warm-ups again, see how things go.
First set.
There you go. Come on, come on. Come on.
Fuck. Scott, would you be able to do anything other than watch him do his sets when you were at that gym?
You're actually right. I'd be so
I'm stopping my shit, man. Yeah, that's a treat.
Oh yeah. This is gonna be some work. I think we're gonna do one more to make 5. Because that's what we said we were gonna do.
Good God. That was rep number,
40, right?
40 of 600 pounds, and it went up exactly like rep number 1 did. Okay.
Try to get some high rep work here.
Here's the crazy thing about Kyle. He does lots of assistance work, extra volume work to get jacked, mostly because Scott, can we confirm that he's a pro bodybuilder?
I'm 90% sure.
Yeah. And so he's got to get jacked for other reasons, but also one of the reasons he's so strong is because he's so goddamn big and he puts in the assistance work. A lot of guys, I mean, it's way more assistance work than you do all month long to do 5 sets of 8 at 600. He's on the leg extension right after. Very impressive.
Good blood flow. Recover any knee damage we did with just a ton of blood in the area, in the quads.
This is like post-hab. Rehab after squats. And the good news is, yeah, it does get your knees moving around and everything like that, but it absolutely helps with a bit more hypertrophy, so that's really good. Guys, we talk a lot of shit on the channel. Pick random bad workouts and bad techniques. We'll be doing more of that soon, don't you worry. But every now and again, we got to throw in a video of someone who just like is the man. Kyle's technique is on point. His mindset is on point. His training programming is fucking awesome. Met him in real life. He's a cool ass dude. Kyle gets a legend in the making out of 10 on our universal rating system, which makes no sense. Kyle, you're the man. Guys, give this young gentleman a follow. And if you're in the street, try to follow him home and see if you can't pounce on him when he's tired and do sexual things to him. What? Why would I ever say that if I wasn't subconsciously thinking it and now consciously thinking it? And yeah, now I'm in. See you next time. All right, folks, that was really fun. If you want more fun to continue, this video right here is something you might want to click on. And until next time, see you next time.